Hello everyone. So in this lecture we'll see what is the concept of subnetting. Okay, so let us begin with the let's say yes, in the last lecture we discussed classful addressing. Now we'll see, let us consider one class, let's say class A. So in class A 2 raised to power 7 minus 2 number of networks are possible. And we can say that each network has, yes, 2 raised to power 24 minus 2 number of hosts. And yes, you can say that, yes, this is almost about 1.4 crores, isn't it? Now let's say class B. In class B, 2 raised to power 14 networks are possible in total. And we can say that each network has 2 raised to power 16 minus 2 number of hosts. Yes or no? Now let's say any organization, let's say, yes, wants the number of, let's say, having number of host equals to, let's say, 2000. And if you assign any network from class A, then you can see, yes, in class A, 2 raised to power 24 minus 2 number of hosts are possible. And if you are utilizing only 2000 number of hosts, then various number of IP addresses get wasted. Similarly, in the second also, let's say this is 2 raised to power 16 minus 2. Let's say this is about 65,500, let's say 35 around this one. So we can say that in this particular class P also, let's say number of hosts in each networks are 65,000, around 65,000. And let's say any organization's requirement is about 2000 number of hosts, then we can say that most of the IP addresses get wasted, isn't it? Now what is the solution? Solution is that, yes, divide the network into sub networks, that is known as subnetting. And each sub network we can say that can be assigned to different organizations, isn't it? That is the solution. So here we can say that when we require IP for, let's say, 1000 hosts, then most of the IP addresses in class A and class B get, we can say that, wasted. Then what is the solution? Solution is what? That is subnetting. That means dividing the network into smaller networks, that is known as subnetworks. Similarly, let's say if we talk about the class C, then in class C we can say that 2 raised to power 21 networks are possible, and each network has 2 raised to power 8 minus 2 number of hosts, isn't it? Here in class C we can say that 2 raised to power 8 means 256 minus 2 means 254. That means in class C only, or class C can handle only 254 number of hosts, isn't it? So we can say that here, the solution is what? We can say that that is supernet. Supernetting means we can say that combining a two or more number of networks to get or to form a larger network, isn't it? If we combine two or more than two number of networks, then we can say that number of hosts will increase, isn't it? That concept is known as what? Supernet. So first we will discuss the subnetting in detail, and after that we'll see the supernetting. So concept of subnetting is what? Write down subnetting. So we can say that dividing the large networks into smaller networks is known as what? Subnetting, isn't it? Here in subnetting, there is three level hierarchy. If we see in the tree diagram, then we can say that at topmost level, one network will be there, and this network is divided into smaller networks known as what? Subnetworks. So for each subnetwork, there will be a subnet ID, isn't it? Various subnets will be there. So various subnet IDs will be there, corresponding IDs, isn't it? And at the third level, then there will be host, isn't it? So in the tree structure, we can see, yes, there will be a three level hierarchy, isn't it? Okay. So we can see, yes, let us take one example. With the help of example, everything will be clear to you guys. Remember, subnet bits, or we can say that the subnet bits will be borrowed from host portion. How to borrow? Yes, we'll see one by one. Different models of, we can say that different examples of different models will be there. We'll see each model, isn't it? Okay, so write down first question. Question number one. In class C, if subnet mask, likewise we can say that we see in the network mask, likewise there will be a subnet mask, is 255.255.255.224. Then find out the number of subnets. And second question is number of hosts in each subnets, isn't it? So that is the concept. We can say that, yes, that is the question. We'll see how to find the number of subnets. In class C, what is the default mask? Yes, default mask is 255.255.255.0. But subnet given mask is what? Given mask, that is the subnet mask. That is 255.255.255.224. Write it into binary. So all ones followed by again all ones, then again all ones, then 224 can be written like that, isn't it? Now you can see here, yes, that is the network ID, isn't it, in class C? Now, yes, there are three more consecutive ones, that is the subnet mask. So these bits will be what? Subnet bits. Subnet bits means these bits will be used as a subnet ID, isn't it? And remaining where all zeros are there, these bits will be utilized as a host. So here you can see number of subnets will be how many? Number of subnets will be 2 raised to power. Number of subnet bits how many? 3 subnet bits are there. So 2 raised to power 3 minus 2. That is equals to 6. Subnet bits are how many? 3. So 2 raised to power 3, 8 combinations are possible, minus 2 because 2 addresses we cannot utilize, isn't it? We'll see in the later lecture why this minus 2 is there, isn't it? Everything will be clear to you. We can say that number of subnets will be 2 raised to power subnet bits minus 2. So here subnet bits are how many? 3. So 2 raised to power 3 minus 2. That means we can say that 6 subnets are possible, isn't it? Second question, B part, number of hosts in each subnet. So host bits are how many? 5. So 2 raised to power 5 minus 2. That is, we can say that 30 hosts in each subnet are possible, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So for subnet purpose, we can say that for subnet ID, some bits are necessary, and these bits are we can say that borrowed from what, we can say that host portion, isn't it? Actually, this is the default mask. So some bits are borrowed from the host portion. These will be used as a subnet ID, isn't it? Why this is -2? Everything will be clear to you guys in later lectures. So don't worry, isn't it? So that is the concept. We can say that, isn't it? So we can say that, write down one note. In this note, you can write down, during subnetting, subnet bits are borrowed from host portion, isn't it? Similarly, we can say that yes, let's say subnet mask is given and any IP address of any subnet is given to you, then perform bitwise AND to get the subnet ID, isn't it? We'll see one by one. Let us take next example. Let's say question number 2. In class C, if let's say subnet mask is, let's say that is given to you 255.255.255.240, then number of subnets, will be how many? Second question, number of hosts in each subnet, that is the question. So write down the answer. Yes, how can we identify? You know, in class C, default mask is what? Default mask is 255.255.255. We discussed in the last lecture. Dot zero. And given mask is what? Given mask is 255.255.255.240. So in the binary, we can write it like that. Isn't it? So we can say that here, this comes under the default mask. Next, continuous, or we can say that consecutive ones, these will be the subnet bits, isn't it? These will be the host bits, and these are the network bits, isn't it? So what will be the answer for first one? Yes, number of subnets. Yes, for first part, we can say that 2 raised to power number of subnet bits are 4 minus 2, that is 14. For B, number of hosts in each subnet will be 2 raised to power 4 minus 2. Again, host bits are again 4. So 14, 14 will be the answer, isn't it? So why we are subtracting -2? You will know it later, isn't it? I do next question, question number 3. Let's say in class B, if subnet mask is, let's say that is 255.255.254.0, then first question, this hash sign is representing number of subnets. Part B is number of hosts in each subnet. That is the question. Again, similarly, you know, yes, in class B, you only tell me. Default mask is what? In class B, we can say that default mask for class B, that is what? That is 255.255.0.0. But given mask is what? Given mask, we can say that that is 255.255.254.0. Now in binary, we can write it like that or not. All ones, then again all ones, then 1111110, and all zeros. Yes or no? Now you only tell me that is the mask. So we can say that this is for network ID. And now other than the default mask, whatever be the other than default mask, these consecutive ones will be for subnet ID, or these are subnet bits, and the remaining all zeros will be the host portion, isn't it? So first question, number of subnet bits are 7, 2 raised to power 7 minus 2, that is 126 number of subnets are possible. Second one, you only tell me. Yes, number of host, how many bits are for host? 9 bits are there. So 2 raised to power 9 minus 2, that will be what? We can say that that is 510. Number of hosts in each subnet are possible, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So next question, let's say. Next question, question number 4, let's say. Let's say one IP address is given to you. Let's say IP of a host in a subnet. Let's say one network was there that is divided into different subnets, and one IP address is given to we can say that of a particular host, isn't it? And that host will belong to some subnet, isn't it? So this IP address is given to you, that is 204.89.69.119. Subnet mask is also given. Subnet mask. This subnet mask we can say that is a mask for the subnet, isn't it? That is, let's say 255.255.255.224, isn't it? Now my question is, first question is, what will be the subnet ID, isn't it? And second one is, what is the subnet number, isn't it? To which this IP belongs to, isn't it? So what will be the subnet ID for which this host belongs to? And second one is, what will be the subnet number to which this IP belongs to? Isn't it? That is the question. So from we can say that given IP you can recognize with the help of this first octet. This is class C, isn't it? And you know for class C what is the default mask, that is 255.255.255.0, isn't it? Now here we can say that to get the subnet ID, perform the bitwise AND between the IP and subnet mask. So you know this 255 dot we can say that bitwise AND with 204 will be 204. This will be 89. This will be 69, isn't it? Perform bitwise AND. In the last lecture I explained anything that is bitwise AND with 255 will be same only, isn't it? Now this one is different, 119 and 224. So 224 can be written like that, triple one, then followed by 50, and 119 that can be written like that 0 1 1 1, then again 0 1 1 1. Then perform we can say that bitwise AND, that is 0 0 0, again 0 0 1 1 0, and this decimal value, equivalent decimal value will be 96, so that is 96. I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? So we can say that that is the subnet ID, isn't it? That is the subnet ID, we can say that corresponding to this particular IP address, isn't it? Okay, so that is the answer of first part. Second one is, what is the subnet number for which this IP belongs to, isn't it? Now you only tell me in 224 we can see, yes, these 3 bits are for subnet bits. These are the subnet bits. And in 119, isn't it? We can say that the subnet ID is having 96 in the last octet, isn't it? So 96 can be written like that or not? Yes or no? So we can say that yes. We can say that these are the host bits and these are the subnet bits, isn't it? Now you only tell me, yes, 3 bits are for subnet, so the all possible combinations will be 0 0 0 0 0 1, then 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 and all ones. These are the total, we can say that 8 possible combination. But here also number of subnets will be how many? 2 raised to power 3 minus 2, that is we can say that 6. So this is why this minus 2, because first and last these combinations cannot be utilized as a subnet, isn't it? Be careful. So remaining all these combinations can be utilized as a subnets, isn't it? So that is first subnet. We can say that this is the first subnet, this is the second subnet, this is the third subnet, this is the fourth subnet, this is the fifth subnet, this will be the sixth subnet. And here in this particular subnet ID 96, yes, we can say that here subnet bits will be 011. So 011 means third, that means subnet number is third, isn't it? It is the third subnet, or we can say that the given IP address belongs to the third subnet. I hope this one is clear to everyone. So I'm going to, yes, draw the tree like structure, so everything will be clear to you, isn't it? Oh, so we can say that, let's say there are 6 subnets in total. So you only tell me what will be the subnet here. Subnet ID is clear to everyone. So second one is, yes, in this particular example, if we talk about the network ID. So what will be the network ID? IP is given to you 204.89.69.119, and mask, network mask will be what? Network mask for class C will be 255.255.255.0. So perform the bitwise AND. So we can say that 069.89.204. That will be the network ID, isn't it? Okay. So in the next slide, I'm going to represent this network. So that is 204.89.69.0. That is the network ID. And we seeing this network is divided into 6 subnets. Yes. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. So you only tell me. Yes. We can say that first subnet will be what? First subnet ID will be what? Yes. You only tell me. In the last octet, we can say that 0 0 0 0 0 0. Yes. Next 0 0 1, then 0 0 0 0, isn't it? Then again 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. Then again 0 1 1 0 0 0 0 0. Similarly 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. Similarly 1 0 1 0 0 0 0 0. Then 1 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. And all ones 0 0 0. So we can say that these are the subnets, isn't it? Okay. So here this subnet will be there. So equivalent decimal value will be what? This one is 32. This is 64. This one we can say that 92 or 96, sorry. The next one we can say that 128. Then we can say that that is 160. Then This is 192. The next one will be what? 224. So here we can say that, yes, remember this one. Yes, so 204.89.69.32, because while calculating, or we can say that while finding the, yes, network ID, all host bits are 0. Similarly, finding or to find the subnet ID, put all host bits equals to 0. Similarly, so we can say that these three are the subnet bits, and remaining five are the host bits. So put these host bits equal to 0 to get the subnet ID. I hope this one is clear to everyone. So 204.89.64.64, that will be the next subnet. Then 204.89.64.96, that will be the next one. I'm writing only last octet, that is dot 128, that is 160. Then we can say that 192, isn't it? These are the last octets only. So you can see here, the number of hosts will be how many? Here 2 raised to power 5 minus 2, that is 30. So these hosts will be, I'm writing only last octet, 33 to, we can say that 62, isn't it? Now dot 63 will be the DBA for this subnet, isn't it? For DBA, likewise we can say that in network ID, to get the DBA, put all host bits equals to 1. Similarly, in the subnet also, put all host bit equals to 1. Then we will be getting the DBA. So here, in this particular subnet, put all host bits equals to 1. So this value will be what? 63, isn't it? So DBA for this particular subnet will be what? 204.89.69. We can say that 63. Now 64 will be the, we can say that the next subnet ID. Then we can say that 65 to, yes, we can say that 94 there will be host, and again, yes, 204.89.69. We can say that 95, that will be the DBA for this subnet. So here 97 to 126 will be the host, 127 will be the, yes, DBA. Yes, then 128 will be the subnet ID for the next subnet, and so on, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? So why there is minus 2 in the subnets, you can see this particular combination, that is dot 0, that is used in the network ID, and last there will be a 204.89.69.255, that will be the DBA of the net, isn't it? That's why we can say that these first and last, these two cannot be utilized as the sub. I hope this one is clear to everyone. First one, all zeros will be utilized as the network ID, and last all ones will be utilized in the DBA of the network, isn't it? So every subnet we can say that will be having subnet ID and DBA, subnet ID and DBA. That's why in number of subnets there will be minus 2. I hope that is clear to you guys now. Why there is minus 2 in the number of subnets? I hope this one is. Now, yes, the given IP was what? That is 204.89.69.119. So you can see this 119 lies in this particular range or not. So in this range, this particular IP lies. So we have given the answer. The subnet ID is .96. You can see in the previous slide, isn't it? So this IP address was given, and we identified the subnet ID of this particular IP address, isn't it? Similarly, we can say that if any IP address belonging to any subnet is given, then we can find out the subnet ID. Also, we can find out the common network ID, isn't? Okay, so that is the concept. Later on, we will be taking various examples, so everything will be clear to you, isn't it? So, for understanding purpose, I written or draw this particular diagram, isn't it? There will be a clear picture to you guys, isn't it? So, next one we can say that. Next model, let us consider one more question. Let us say one IP is given to you, that is 206.15.89.126. This IP belongs to one subnet that is also given, isn't it? And subnet mask is given to you, that is 255.255.255.240. Here also there is no need to perform bitwise and directly you can, isn't it? If it is asked to you that what will be the subnet ID, guys, so you know this is class C, and for class C the default mask is 255.255.255.0. So consider this one 240 can be written like that or not? Yes or no? That means these are the subnet bits and remaining 4 bits are the host bits. Yes or no? So in the network ID we can see put all host bits equals to 0. Similarly in the subnetwork also put all host bits equals to 0. So that is the given IP 206.15.89.126. Now 126 can be written like that or not? 01111110. Now in this 126 we can see that these 4 bits are the subnet bits, remaining all are the host bits, so put all these bits equal to, yes, zeros to get the subnet ID, nothing else. So this we can say that the decimal value of this one will be 112. So we can say that subnet ID will be what? 206.15.89.11. If you perform the bitwise end, then also you will be getting the same answer. No need to worry. Just put the host bits equals to 0 to get the subnet ID, isn't it? So except the subnet bits, all bits are the host bits. So put all the host bits equals to 0. Similarly, if you need to find out the DBA for this particular subnet, then put all these host bits equals to 1. Nothing else. Now, second question is what is the subnet number? Subnet number of the subnet for in which this IP belongs to. That is the question, isn't it? So we can say that here these bits are the subnet bits 0, 1, 1, 1. So decimal value of this one will be what? 7. So we can say that that is the 7th subnet. That means there will be first subnet, second subnet, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So for 7th subnet, this IP will belong, isn't it? Okay. Similarly, you can see, and total number of subnets will be how many? 2 raised to power. Subnet bits are how many? 4. So 2 raised to power 4 minus 2, that is 14. So 1 to 14, in which there will be 7th also. In that particular 7th subnet, this IP will belong, isn't it? That is the question. Next model, write down the next question. Let's say one IP is given. This IP address, we can say that is the address of a host that belongs to one subnet, isn't it? 200.14.68.89, and subnet mask is also given to you. Let's say that subnet mask is 255.255.255.192. So with the IP you can identify the class of this one is what? Class C. So for class C, default mask is what? 255.255.255.0, isn't it? Now you only tell me, yes, so subnet bits are 192. Yes, 192 can be written like that or not? 11 all zeros. Yes or no? Now you know in these two are the subnet bits and these 6 bits are the host bits, isn't it? So now in the given IP 89, that can be written like that. Yes or no? Now, in this particular IP, except the subnet bits, put all the host bits equals to 0. Now, this becomes this one or not? Yes or no? And the decimal value of this one is what? That is 64. So we can say that 200.14.68.64, that will be the subnet ID, isn't it? This one is the subnet ID. And what is the subnet number? So you can see total subnets are how many? 2 raised to power 2 minus 2, that is 2. Yes or no? Yes, two subnets are there. And here we can see, yes, you only tell me in the 64. Yes, this is 0, 1. 0, 1 means 1. Yes, decimal value is 1. That means this subnet is the first subnet. Two subnets are there in which this IP belongs to the first subnet. Isn't it? Okay. So with the help of two bits of subnet bits are there, then 0001 1011. This is the possibility, and I told you first and last cannot be utilized, and there will be only two subnets. So this IP belongs to the first subnet. This is the second. Just to see the decimal value, that will be the subnet, isn't it? Just to see the decimal value of subnet bits, that will be the subnet number, nothing else, isn't it? Okay. Why these two are not utilized? I already told you. These 00 will be utilized in the network ID or used in the network ID, and last 11 will be utilized in the DB of the network, isn't it? That's why these two are not utilized, isn't it? Later also I will be taking some examples and I will draw the tree diagram. So more and more clarity will be to you guys, isn't it? Okay. So in the next video also we'll be taking some more examples based on the subnetting. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Whatever I discussed till now, I hope this one is clear to everyone. So in the next lecture, we'll see the various problems based on the subnets, isn't it? Okay. Okay, guys. So thank you so much.